Yo, why we at it, right? I was just scrolling on TikTok, right? And I saw, a creator say that he got on live or he just hopped on live, nothing really to talk about. He just view it as like it's therapeutic in a sense. And I want to add to that, like making the moments, right, to make or record yourself or make content. That whole process in itself is therapeutic. You know what I mean? And at the beginning of the day, we are social creatures, right? And we like yearn for that communication. Some of us a little more than others, and sometimes that can be a little toxic depending on how that person, wants to be perceived and if that truly matters. What is that anyway? Having the courage, one might say, to post the content in itself is therapeutic. And what I think oftentimes happens is that the flip side of that, or the other side of that coin, is the input that you receive once you let it out. You know what I mean? And what I think will help a lot of people, which I feel like helps myself, is that everybody's going to have their perspective once you put it out there. That's just a part of this whole communication thing that we love. Everybody's going to have their opinion. Everybody's going to have their own thoughts, their own voice. And at the beginning of the day, you have to be doing it for you. So it shouldn't really matter what anyone says. Now, that's the key. Fuck it. Like it you do it for you. You know what I mean? And it might not start out that way. I feel like we all like want to help each other. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, I feel like a lot of us get in our own way because we allow people's words and people's thoughts to have more sway than our own. And you'll fuck around and drop the ball, one might say, because somebody told you something that makes you feel like you're making a mistake. And you're not. Keep going. Keep doing what you consider to be you. You're not the identity. You're not you're not the choices you make. Because we all make mistakes. And identifying the choices that you make and where you went wrong. Yeah, you might hear somebody give you a different outtake or a different look on how you could have moved differently, and now you can see the error of your ways. But in order for you to see that, it all has to start with you. You have to be the one willing to receive that, right? Right.